So let's catch up with the Queensland coach to discuss the squad he's just named. He's in camp right now. Hello, Billy.
Hey, Levy. Exciting time of the year, mate.
Oh, isn't it what, mate? Hell of a lot of speculation. How does it feel now that that squad's out there and the Queenslanders get to digest the team that you'll be putting on the park?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's pretty exciting, and I'm sure the schoolyards will be having the conversations about their footy team and the players that are involved in it. You know, smoko rooms and workplaces, and everywhere across Queensland will be pretty excited about their footy team. And for us, it's day one of camp. We're getting into camp today, and we're starting to build and create our footy.
Like the Blues, you've named a squad of 20. Is the plan to trim that squad later in the week, or are you going to wait until the weekend to see what happens with the players and how they get through the week?
No, the 20-man squad will be in camp for the full 10 days. That's the allocation, and there'll be obviously 17 and 18th man, and then two guys that are playing to the standard of this footy team, and that's really important for those two guys to understand that it's not just an experience. The guys that have filled those positions in the past have eventually become members of this footy team, and I look at Brendan Piakura and Ezra Mam, and the standard of footy that they're playing certainly marries up to what this team has created, and that's why they're in those positions.
But before we get into some of the positions and the players who have been included, what's it like, Billy, making the phone calls on a Sunday night and telling the players that they've made the squad?
Yeah, there's some good ones, but I'll make sure that I call the players that have been involved in the team the last couple of years that didn't make it either. So there's some tough conversations as well. But the good ones are really good. Talking to Jermaine Hopgood, who started his journey up at Harvey Bay, playing rugby league as a young fella, and then embarking on a path down to the Panthers. Then now he's at the Parramatta Eels, and he's really earned his opportunity. Those conversations are really good. When the phone goes a bit silent for a couple of moments, that it means a fair bit to them. And there was a couple of good ones. Jaden Sewer, who's really earned his opportunity to get back in the Maroon jersey. He's already played for Queensland 4 times, and he's had a wonderful start to the year. And you can really see the work that he's put in through the summer, and the habits that he's created in his game have really earned him this opportunity to get back in the Queensland team.
I know Ezra Mam's on your extended bench, Billy. You've got Tom Dearden in the halves with Daly Cherry Evans. Is that the plan, or could you pull a little surprise later in the week or closer to the game?
No, Tom Dearden, he's our number 6 and Daly's our 7. Ezra's playing to the standard of this footy team, and even off the back of last year, he had the opportunity to come into a 34-man squad at the start of the year, and it was a decision that we made, and I sit down, I watch a whole heap of footy, and like I said before, when you play a 19 or 20 in this squad, if you're wearing a Maroon jersey Wednesday week, I don't think anyone in Queensland would be too concerned. You obviously consistently play to the standard that this team has upheld, and that's why you're in the position. So, we just thought Tom Dearden, he'd been there, he'd done a great job for Queensland in the past, and he consistently outlays great habits in his game, and he's a wonderful player himself.
You can't fit everyone in the team, Bill. Why no David Fafita in the squad this year?
Yeah, Dave created a really high standard for his footy last year, and through different reasons, he just hasn't quite hit that standard. That was one of the tough conversations last night. They're not all great conversations, but that was a tough one. And to Dave's credit, he took the news like a true Queenslander. He wished the team all the best. He only wants the best for this footy team, and he reiterated that a little bit later with a text message. So he's in a wonderful space, Dave, and I've got no doubt that he will find that standard that he created for himself last year, and I've got no doubt that he'll wear a Maroon jersey in the future. He's a wonderful player, and I look forward to making a nicer phone call to him in the future.
Talk us through your thought process when it comes to a bloke by the name of Selwyn Cobbo. He's on that extended bench. Bill, what are your plans with him?
Yeah, we'll build those plans throughout the week with the coaching staff. But at the end of the day, 4 of the 6 games in the past, we've had to replace an outside back. So those plans may be sort of happen for us. And Selwyn's a wonderful player. We've seen him play on the wing, in the centres, at fullback. I've got no doubt he could handle other positions as well. And, Queensland's, hasn't been shy of playing players in different positions. And, I know Cooper Cronk, Daly Cherry Evans, Callum Ponga, they've all played in the middle of the field at different stages. So we'll work out what is best for this footy team and, where we see Selwyn contributing to the footy team. But I just love the way that he plays footy. He's a really infectious guy to have around, and he's doing wonderfully well at the Broncos, no matter what position he plays. So, he's a valued member of this team.
The other great story, Billy, in the team that you've named, the squad that you've named, Jaden Sewer. Hasn't he worked extremely hard for this recall to the Queensland team?
Yeah, and you can really see it. And you can see when players go away from the game, away from the lights of the weekend performances, and you can see the players that put in the work. And I've really noticed that throughout the first 12 rounds, that Jaden Sewer has had a big off-season. He has had a big summer. He's got himself nice and fit, and that allows him to outlay his actions on the field consistently. And he's done that. I caught up with Jaden a couple of weeks ago just to sit down with him, have a chat with him, and he hasn't been a part of this footy team for the last 2 years. So for him to work extremely hard to get himself back in this position, it's been purely off his hard work.
3 quick ones before you go, Billy. I don't want to ask this next one, but I will. The armchair critics are already saying, Billy Slater's picked some players from underperforming clubs like the Cowboys and the Dragons. That's obviously not a concern for you because you've picked the players on their individual form and what you've seen them do over the first 12 rounds of the competition, yeah?
Well, I'm not picking clubs, I'm picking players, Levy. So, the scoreboard is irrelevant, to be honest. It's the actions of the players that I watch and the character that they have. And, we've got 20 fit, healthy Queenslanders ready to rock and roll. So looking forward to getting to work.
How good are the armchair critics at this time of the year? Have you looked at the New South Wales team, Billy? What are you expecting from Michael Maguire as the Blues enter the new regime under Madge?
Yeah, look, we'll do our due diligence and spend some time on the opposition. 2 seconds. Hey, Ezra, how you going, brother? Good, yourself? Yeah, welcome. Ezra Mem just walked into the building. So, look, New South Wales are always going to have a strong team. It doesn't matter what players they are. They've all got different strengths, and they got a new coach. It's a new environment. We certainly will be giving the opposition the respect that they deserve and the time through our preparation that it deserves. But at the same time, our footy is our priority, and this team has created that. We need to recreate that and re-earn that. That doesn't just happen again. And, that'll be first and foremost, but we'll certainly be respecting our opposition and giving them the time throughout our preparation that deserves.
And just lastly, Billy, you've achieved everything there is to achieve in the game. I don't know whether I've asked you this question, but what do you find more difficult? Coaching a Queensland Origin team or starting at fullback for the Queensland Maroons?
Starting at fullback is much easier. I've got a little bit of control over that. So, no, it's, the one thing that it does have in common is it allows us to go and inspire our state and make the people of our state proud of our footy team because that's what it's all about. And that's what this team has really created over the last couple of years. So looking forward to doing that again.
Well, you've developed into a great coach and you're a great Queenslander, mate. Good luck Wednesday week and we'll catch you at Accor Stadium for game number 1 in the State of Origin series.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers, mate.
Good on you, mate. There he is, the Queensland coach, Billy Slater, live from Queensland camp off the back of him naming a 20-man Origin squad. This has been a special edition of the Billy Slater Podcast. We do it thanks to Ram Trucks.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights. Action. 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus Podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour. Grab a seat on the couch for that. And, of course, my favourite, Freddie and the Owner.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm. Subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.